And I'm back. We've done the starter pack. What a strong start, like, with the first Skylanders starter pack. Like, Spyro, Gilgun, and Drago. You could finish the game with them Skylanders, they were that good. But today I was deciding, like, who do I play now? Like, do I go Drobot? Do I go Whamshell? I've already reviewed a water type and a tech type. Then I thought, I'm gonna go Ghost Roaster, and I was like, eh. Sonic Boom, a lot of people like Sonic Boom, Prison Break, and Prison Break does get a lot of hate. So it narrowed it down between two for me. And in the end I decided the one I'm going to record first, but to be fair, the other one might get uploaded first. At the moment I've only recorded 3. The first starter pack. Depending on who'd rather see anything, like for instance, like if anyone voted in the comments decided to vote for like Zook or Drobot, then I'll upload that next, because obviously I'm going to upload the first one, upload the second one, upload the third one, then I'm going to go into the communities and see what anybody wants to hear. But I really wanted to review Zook, because his backstory is terrible. He's a plant and walks, like that's it. And I'm very hit and miss. This is a character which I have a love for. I think he's great. Like, I didn't have him at first, and I've got the Series 2 version because I saw the Series 1 version, and I only got him because I think I got him in a bundle with Giants, and I tossed him aside and didn't really use him, and I really do regret that now. Like, I really regret not using Zook, because playing through this again has made me realise like, how much I actually like Zook. Oops. Like, it's very basic. Okay, so he's got an artillery strike, he's got a base shot, and he can basically cover himself with mushrooms, which, yes, I just like, I don't know, a lot of people are like, that's kind of boring and lazy, but it works, doesn't it? And it seems to draw aggro, which I also I actually didn't realise it drew aggro. That is literally, oh, I didn't actually know that the thing is actually to aggro off enemies, to be fair. Like, I've just learned that myself. You're always learning, Okay, so basically he's definitely just got like an extra rank, well, not an extra full rank, but his rank has definitely gone up now that I know that. I like using my mortar and then using my square strap, like just spam triangle then tap it. Mowing day or something. He does quite high damage as well, which is kind of surprising. Don't know where that one was going. Excellent. That was very easy. I actually cannot believe that does that. Okay, so let's start off with his bazooka attack. Press the vault. Waken her. Oh, I also didn't know that you could increase the range. That's also interesting. This is the thing, like, I've played him so much, but I've not actually. Well, I could change upgrade path for him. What? How come only certain Skylanders I can change the upgrade path for? I don't know. Anyway, so let's start with, and then he's got his foliage barrier, which basically you grow a barricade of plants to protect you, and they draw aggravation, which is good. Hardwood shells, so the bazooka shells and shrapnel do increase damage, you know. That's good because obviously you're getting an upgrade on your shrapnel, which is your after damage and your actual base impact damage, so amazing ability straight away. So barrier is stronger, it takes longer for enemies to destroy. Obviously with that growing aggro is very useful. Use it as a distraction. Mortar attack, you know, you can hide. I love how you can hide behind your bloom and then use your thingy to protect yourself. And the bazooka shells create more shrapnel. So basically, he's very go hard or go home type of Skylander. Like, I personally really do like Zook. It's a shame that his wild power's not very wild, but it's very. It's not very good at wild power. Not going to be judging it in this one, but it is pretty bad. Like, 42 damage, I'm pretty sure his shrapnel does 14. So, you know, hard hitting. You get shrapnel on that, which only does 8 damage, which kind of sucks. I don't know. I think he's real underrated. Like the amount of times I've watched like Skylander videos, and like he'd be my. Like, if I was to say like if I was to make a video of like the top 10 underrated Skylanders from like Generation 1, he'd definitely be in the top 5. Like no one really. Everyone's like, oh, he's so boring. Just fires his bazooka. Which what do you want him to do? Start chucking his bazooka at people? Like he's got a bazooka. They're gonna give him obviously abilities for his bazooka. Like, what else do you expect? Cheeky level up there, don't mind if I do. I remember getting him and just like, I didn't really use him that much. Like, I just used it. I literally only bought him to finish my collection, which is very bad because like I nagged my mum for new Skylanders and some of them like, I'd never use. I'd literally just use them just to finish my collection. In the end, I wound up with the only needing Warnado, and still, again, I need Warnado. And I feel as though the last Skylander I have to review is Warnado. I feel as I owe it to myself to review Warnado last. He's such a ridiculous character. Like. Let's have a quick. So let's go into this. I actually kind of like his path. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like both of them. So the Shrapnel has longer range. That itself is a pretty bad ability, like because. It don't really. It's useful, yeah, but it don't really make that much of a difference. So that's fine. It's okay. It's a mediocre ability. You know, there's a lot to be desired about it. So bazooka cells and shrapnel do even more damage. That where it pairs very well with that. So this ability makes that decent. But then there's the shrapnel actually explodes on contact. So basically, not only are you hitting the explode damage, you're also hitting the explosion from the shrapnel. So you're getting a lot of AoE damage in this skill set. If you want to go like complete crazy AoE, this one all the way. So Cactus Barrier, it's essentially just your normal barrier, but if enemies touch it, they get to take a tiny bit of damage. Not very great. Mortar attack grow to Cactus is where the shell explodes. This combo is very well with that because if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure the smaller shells also spawn them. So if I was to pick up another Zook, I'd definitely try as a one. Barriers and cacti knock enemies back and deal more and do damage. So this is a weird thing because like they already deal damage. So basically, you're telling me that the last thing it does is knock them back. To me, that's a useless ability, which is a shame. And I'm going to talk about his nerve. Like all this is upgrading his artillery shell. If it increases artillery shell damage as well as give it smaller shells, it'd be alright. But as you can see, the smaller shells only do like very mediocre damage. It's only really good for if there's an army of enemies and you think, you know what, I need to take them out quickly. His wild power I'm not talking about because it's not the video for that. Personally, I don't know. I think he's very underrated. Like everything he does is good. And I ain't gonna lie, like with him having to stand still to summon that, it kind of sucks. His last ability should have been like you can summon it while moving, or something like that. Would have been like a lot more useful. So the amazing thing about this is where it gets me more gold to go towards his wild power. But I just love Zook. Like you never literally ask anybody in the community and go, "Oh, who's your favourite Skylander?" Nobody ever says, "Oh, Zook." Who's your favourite Skylander from Generation 1? Zook. He's not mine, like, because Generation 1 had so many good Skylanders. He's just a walking pineapple, isn't he, really? That's about it. And it's a shame because he's a really good Skylander, like, he's proper slept on, like. It's one of the, if you didn't have Spyro in your collection, yeah, pick him up, like. There's certain Skylanders, like, which I'd probably say, all Skylanders you should pick up if you just want to complete your collection. But some of them are very inferior to others, like, very inferior. And it's kind of sad, like how they've done some Skylanders, like proper dirty. I had to kill these off because it's these sheep that kill me off in the harder game modes. But yeah, in the game he came out in, like, he came out in the first generation of Skylanders, like, and he hits quite hard. It's like, what's wrong with that? He hits very hard for what he is. Shit, I'll take that every day of the week. I level up. Like, it hits hard. He's accurate. He deals a lot of damage. Like, what's not to like? He's got a defense ability. He's got an attack ability. He's got an ability which can hurt people like on ledges and stuff like. In the first game, having an ability where you can damage someone on a ledge is so useful. Because there weren't many Skylanders that could really do that. So, you know what? I actually was going to give him like a very average rating, like, because I know that obviously a lot of people don't like him, but it's not going to happen. Like, I literally cannot bring myself to give him a very average rating because he's too strong to not give a decent rating. Like, he really is ridiculously strong. Like, obviously he's not as strong as set other Skylanders, but he's not only is he strong, like, he's interesting to use. And he's quite a likable Skylander as well, so it's like, I can't give him a 2.5. No chance can I give him a 2.5. He's worth more than that. But I'd much rather play him over Sparrow, and I'd much rather play him over Gilgrunt. I think. Yeah, I'm gonna give him a 3.5 because I think he deserves a 3.5 because he can't pump out as much damage. He can't pump out as much damage as Trigger Happy, yeah, but he's just as fun as Trigger Happy, and it's just a good Skylander, like, all in all. Like, if you do not own Zook, I recommend you pick him up. Like, might not be much to look at on paper, but pick him up. He's definitely worth the play, and if you don't, then, well, it might not be your cup of tea, but he's a good Skylander. Definitely pick him up. That was my Zook review. I think he's definitely worth picking up. But until I think there is only 2 versions of him. I can't remember if there's any more. Well, just let me know what you want to see after the Zook video, unless it's already been done. And thank you for watching if you did, and I'll see you in the next one.